StraightsmileSolutions.com, and today we're going to talk about Invisalign's virtual care workflow. If you haven't used their virtual care workflow or their apps, it is a great way to go ahead and eliminate a lot of chair time and a lot of appointments, and it is very, very accurate. And you can save a ton of money if you're concerned about making profits because of the high lab fee for Invisalign, especially as you get started before you get the volume discount. It is definitely a good idea. You'll save a ton of money. There's no reason you can't be seeing your Invisalign patients all in 4 appointments. Now, of course, if you have an older patient who maybe isn't very tech savvy, this is probably not going to be a good patient experience. So you need to pick your patients wisely for the virtual care workflow. In our office, we offer a digital or virtual care workflow for normal Invisalign check-ins as well as a traditional patient care experience. We are definitely considering actually raising the fees or lowering the fees on the virtual and raising the fees on the traditional, maybe by a couple hundred. It's something we've leaned towards just because we want to incentivize people and we don't want them flip-flopping. We want them to pick a lane and stay in it. So maybe a $200 discount. Well, let me raise all the prices, but then go back to the regular price for those who are using virtual versus those who are doing the in-person check-ins, because it does take us a lot more chair time, staff time, doctor time. But we haven't done it yet, but we're considering it. But this is one of the many different apps that are out there. Now, there are third-party apps that I actually like better than Invisalign Virtual Care. My favorite is probably In-Hand Dental. Easy to use, just because we don't only use Invisalign in our practice. We're doing phase 1. Sometimes we've done some straight wire, so you can't use the other virtual care type stuff, retention, expanders. This can only be Invisalign patients of record that are actually purchased Invisalign through Invisalign that can use this. So it's nice to have everything all in one database. And I don't think the process is not quite as streamlined as it is with In-Hand. There's also dental monitoring. There's other ones that are out there, but those are way more expensive. So In-Hand, I think, is the most affordable, functional, easiest one to use. But anyways, this is not about In-Hand. I have a lot of other content made on this. This is about Invisalign virtual care. Nothing wrong with it. It's not free in that you do have to purchase the retractors, and the retractors are crazy overpriced. I think the last I checked, it was like $10 a set, which I thought was ridiculous considering they cost like a penny to make. I don't know if you can I think you have to use their retractors because I think they center it, but you can let me know if you used other ones. But basically, practice is going to send an invite to the patient. I recommend getting this all set up while the patient is still in chair at the delivery appointment. Don't just send them home and expect them to do it, because they're not going to figure it out. It's not that easy. You're going to get their patient's phone number. You're going to send them a link through the Invisalign doctor site. So if you go into your patient portal, there's a place to do that. You have to go to virtual care. You have to opt in. You have to take the little webinar thing, and then you can do that. Then patient is going to download an app, complete onboarding, get the Invisalign cheek retractor, which you have to order for them. I think it's $10. They're going to practice taking photos and comments and questions. So I recommend doing this every aligner as a go, no go kind of thing, where they're going to check in every aligner. You can do it every 2 aligners if you want, but it's nice to do it every aligner. Some people do it every 4 aligners. I mean, whatever you want to do. So when the patient does this from home, you're going to get an alert in your Invisalign practice app saying, hey, patient checked in with virtual care. They recommend once a week, like I said. Then you're going to go ahead and respond, looks good, looks great, or you're on track, or do this and this. Maybe go back 1 aligner, take more pictures, or you know what, things aren't going that great. Let's have you come. Let's either do a virtual synchronous appointment, or you can come into our office, and that's pretty much it. And it repeats every aligner, every 2 aligners, and that's how it works. But yeah, I mean, at least it's a great resource to have there. And of course, if your patient is traveling or really, really busy or lives far from the practice, this is an absolute no-brainer. So if you're ever getting any pushback on Invisalign starts because of any of these issues, well, you have a solution for this. And like I said, it doesn't cost you anything except for the cost of the retractors. So, all right, thanks.